Basically what you have here is my salt mixing unit. The water is fed from the outside through the top. You can just see the angle of the red valve there into the tank, and then from there it mixes. I've got a floatless level switch on it, so the water gets to a certain amount and switches off. Then once that happens, then it kicks in a few timers where it mixes the salt together with the water until it reaches the desired temperature. There is a heater in there, everything. From there the water then gets pumped from there into the sump at the bottom. You can see the sump there at the bottom. In the corner you can see the CO2 unit, and in the other corner there, just past that chair's leg, you can just see there's an external filter there. And that external filter I use with activated carbon. That's where my activated carbon is in. From there it goes right through the sump, protein, skimmer, bubble magnus, phosphate reactor, bubble magnus. I've got some recirc pumps in there that push water also into the calcium reactor, and then also in through the UV returning back into the sump just before the discharge into the main tank. At the back behind the sump, you can't actually see it, it's very low down. There's a built-in drain, and this drain is to drain anything. I drain from the protein skimmer on top. You can see there's a little pump there, drains into that system. I've got another little pump in the sump as well that drains into there when I do the water changes, so that what it pumps out from the sump, then from the RO tank on top, goes back in exactly the same amount into the sump section. Just behind this UV sterilizer, there's a level switch, and that maintains my water level. It works in conjunction with another solenoid on the top close to the salt mixing tank, and then it always keeps the level that is required of the water, evaporation and what have you. Okay, from there it moves over. Then you got chiller, and just behind the chiller there at the back behind it is the calcium reactor, which feeds then back into the main sump where it goes back up into the tank. You can see I've made my own probe holder here at the bottom, DIY probe holder. If you look underneath here, you can see there's a few valves and solenoid valves in there, which is draining and whatever is required drainage. Okay, from there it moves up. I got the one wave maker that runs two wave makers there. The other two are run by the aquatronica unit. And then here you can see the tank from the study side. I've added a few new things today. Maybe just give you a few pictures of that. This is new. The Zoa there at the back is new. There's a few more new ones here on the top. There's another Zoa here in the front that's new. It's also new. Okay, from there we go over to the control unit. This is also a control unit I built myself, DIY, the whole control unit. We've got the aquatronica unit running, basically running some of the lights, some of the pH, controlling the CO2 bottle, then two of the wave makers. There's two wave makers. E and F is wave makers, D is the lights, C is for CO2, A is for the heater, and B is for the chiller. And this is all the other units that are on here. You can see there, that's just for cooling. Then if I open up the window here, you can actually see the inside, and this is actually the whole control unit that I built with all the timers and what have you to do specific things at specific times of the day. If you go up, you'll see the UPS unit. That's UPS unit. If I've got a power failure of 12 hours a day from the grid, then it keeps the essentials running for 12 hours. And just underneath my control unit, you can see the box for all the batteries. You can see the air pump there. Well, that's about as much as I can tell you. So this is how my whole system working.